Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, once said something incredibly insightful about addiction. He used the Latin phrase spiritus contra spiritum, which translates to spirit against spirit. It's a simple idea, but it carries a lot of weight. Jung believed that when someone is battling addiction, especially alcohol, the fight isn't just about breaking a physical habit. It's much deeper. It's a struggle between two forces: the spirit of the addictive substance and the inner spirit, or soul, of the person fighting the addiction. Jung's words offer a new way to think about addiction. It's not just about stopping a behavior, it's about finding what's missing in life and filling that gap with something more meaningful and fulfilling. For so many people, the real issue isn't just the substance itself, it's the emptiness or pain they're trying to escape from. Recovery, then, isn't only about what we remove from our lives, it's also about what we choose to add. When someone is in the grip of addiction, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or anything else, it often feels like they're trying to fill a void. That void might be loneliness, unresolved trauma, or simply a lack of purpose. Alcohol can offer temporary relief, but as Jung pointed out, it doesn't actually solve the problem. In fact, it often makes that void even bigger. Jung explained this perfectly when he said, "Thirst for alcohol is the equivalent on a low level of the spiritual thirst of our being for wholeness, expressed in medieval language, the union with God." What he means is that our deeper cravings, whether for alcohol or anything else, are really about a longing for connection, peace, or meaning. People aren't just seeking a drink, they're searching for something to make them feel whole again. The problem is, alcohol, or any substance, can't fill that need. It may numb the pain for a little while, but in the long run, it only deepens the emptiness. That's why overcoming addiction isn't just about cutting out the substance. It's about addressing the underlying reasons for the addiction in the first place. It's about finding something that truly fills that inner void, something real, something lasting. If addiction is a symptom of a deeper, spiritual need, then recovery must go beyond just quitting. It's about filling that void with something meaningful. This is why many recovery programs, like Alcoholics Anonymous, talk about finding a higher power. That doesn't have to mean religion, but it does mean finding something bigger than yourself to believe in, something that gives life meaning and purpose. Jung understood this too. He wrote in a letter to Bill Wilson, one of the founders of AA, "You see, alcohol, in Latin, is spiritus, and you use the same word for the highest religious experience as well as for the most depraving poison. The helpful formula, therefore, is spiritus contra spiritum." In other words, if alcohol or any addiction is one kind of spirit, the only way to truly overcome it is to replace it with another, more powerful kind of spirit, one that brings real fulfillment. This could be a sense of purpose, a connection with others, or even just a deeper understanding of yourself. But the key is that it must be something that truly fills that inner need. For some people, that sense of purpose might come from spirituality or faith. For others, it might come from creativity, community, or even nature. The important thing is that it's something that helps you connect with your true self and your place in the world. If you're facing addiction, the idea of finding spiritual wholeness might feel abstract or overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be. The journey starts with small steps, and here are a few ways to begin. Mindfulness and meditation. Taking a few minutes each day to be still and quiet can help you reconnect with yourself. It might sound simple, but mindfulness or meditation can be a powerful tool in recovery. When you practice being present, you start to understand your cravings, not as enemies to fight, but as signals pointing to something deeper that needs attention. Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." In other words, the answers aren't out there in the world. They're inside you, waiting to be discovered. Service to others. Helping others is one of the most powerful ways to heal. When you give to others, whether it's through volunteering or simply supporting a friend, you start to see life from a new perspective. Service isn't just about what you give, it's about what you get in return: a sense of purpose, connection, and fulfillment. Creative expression. Art, music, writing. These are all ways to explore and express what's going on inside. Creativity allows you to release pain, joy, and everything in between in a healthy and constructive way. Many people in recovery find that creative outlets provide a sense of purpose and joy that they never expected. At its core, Spiritus Contra Spiritum reminds us that addiction is more than just a habit, it's a search for something deeper. Carl Jung showed us that the battle against addiction is not simply about resisting temptation, it's about finding a new spirit, one that fills the void with real purpose and meaning. Recovery is not just about what you leave behind, it's about what you discover. It's about finding that inner peace, that sense of wholeness that we've been seeking all along. Whether it's through mindfulness, service, creativity, or something else entirely, the path forward is one of spiritual healing. And as Jung wisely pointed out, the foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. Facing that pain, rather than escaping it, is where true recovery begins. If you or someone you care about is struggling with addiction, take a moment to reflect. What is the deeper need that addiction has been covering up? What could you do today, whether through quiet reflection, helping someone else, or exploring a creative outlet, to begin filling that void with something real? Remember, every journey to healing starts with a single step.